On Government Order of the Day number 11.
Government Notice of Motion number 3.
Mr Speaker.
Honourable Jerry Brownlee.
Mr Speaker, I'll get this one right. I move that pursuant to section 38(1) of the Public Audit Act 2001, this House appoints CST Nexia as the independent auditor to audit the financial statements of the Office of the Controller and Auditor General for the financial years ending 30th of June 2013, 30th of June 2014 and 30th of June 2015, commencing with effect on the 21st of December 2012. Mr Speaker, this appointment, as the motion clearly states, is for an order to look at the financial probity of the Office of the Auditor General, or Controller and Auditor General. But it does raise the very interesting question, in my head at least, as to who it is, apart from the cursory time that we get at a select committee, actually takes a look at the work of the Office of the Auditor General, the Controller and Auditor General. There is a very, very considerable capacity for that office to look at almost anything in New Zealand that deals with issues of public finance, whether that be at a local or a national government level. Now, Mr Speaker, I think there is a question, though, about where the investigative powers of the Auditor General should be appropriately used and where they interconnect with what are the perfectly legitimate rights of elected governments or elected councils to engage in activities that will deliver on promise that they have made to the wider voter community. And I think we are rapidly seeing a number of reports coming out of the Office of the Controller and Auditor General that will mean that Parliament has to look at how that intersection is more transparent, and so that we don't end up with reports that are somewhat self-generated, that are often naive in their content, and that occasionally are nothing more than self-congratulating for ever having been undertaken in the first place, and ultimately with conclusions that simply justify the reason for starting an investigation in the first place. That, sir, ends up being a waste of time. It ends up being a break on activities that are legitimate for elected bodies to undertake, and I think, sir, also starts to weaken the formal and accepted role that the financial probity of activity and therefore the appropriate expenditure of funding provided by ratepayers and taxpayers is handled in a proper way. I do hope that CST Nexia are able to engage with the Office of the Controller and Auditor General in a positive way to give us confidence about the probity of that office.
The question is that the motion be agreed to. Charles Chevelle.